Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I'm a little bit under the weather and I may be losing my voice soon, so sorry if I sound a little nasally, but the show must go on because today I have an updated video to one of my most popular videos. It's about how to get 1 month ahead without saving. And when I did this a couple of years ago, I followed the plan in the video, but I got down to my second magic month and I realized a major flaw in that video that I am about to bring to you guys today so that you don't make the same mistake that I did. So I've been meaning to make this video for quite some time, and I am actually going to hit two birds with one stone because someone left a comment on my video and they wanted to know how this method would apply to them splitting bills. And I told them that the method still applies, but I didn't want to write them a 5-page essay in the comments to answer their questions, so I'm responding with a video. Okay, so if you're splitting bills, this method still applies as long as your spending and your bills are lower than your income. So that means you can't be overspending every month, and you also need to be on time with bills. So if you're splitting bills, then I'm assuming that the money that you are getting in January is going to go towards the bills in January, but it's going to go towards February's rent. So you're not trying to use January's income to pay January's rent. You're already behind at that point. So in order for this to work, you have to be caught up on bills and you can't be spending more than you make. Okay? All right. So I'm going to tell you what I would do in your situation or anyone's situation who may be splitting bills or trying to get 1 month ahead. This is not financial advice. I have to put that disclaimer out there, but you guys already know. I'm just showing you what I would do if I was in the situation. Okay, so I feel like I can speak on this because I'm already 1 month ahead, and come this month, the end of 2023, I'll be 2 months ahead. So this plan worked for me and I'm hoping that it will work for you guys. But again, this is not financial advice. Alrighty, so if I was splitting bills, what I would do is make sure that any bills that are split falls below that take-home pay for that period. So you could think about your paychecks in two parts. So paycheck A and paycheck B. Paycheck A is going to be the first paycheck of that month. Paycheck B is going to be the second paycheck of that month. So when you're splitting bills, make sure that everything that you're splitting, so your rent, your gas, your electricity, your car insurance, everything, whatever you're splitting, make sure that paycheck A can cover that first half split, and then paycheck B can cover that last paycheck split. So as long as that is okay and all your bases are covered, all your needs and wants are covered, then you'll be okay with this method as well. If your first paycheck of 2024 is on January 12th, then I'll go over what your magic months and everything are. This is my pay schedule, so I thought I'd start with that first, but I do have everybody whose first paycheck of 2024 is January 5th, I got you too, so don't worry, just stick to the end. The same method still applies no matter if your first paycheck lands on the 5th or if your first paycheck lands on the 12th, or if you're watching this video in another year, all you have to do is map out your paychecks and then figure out your magic months, and this method still applies. Okay, so let's get started. First paycheck of the month is paycheck A. Second paycheck of the month is paycheck B, so on and so forth. I have them all marked out. Okay, so for those who are paid January 12th, your magic months are May and November. And I'm also making the assumption that you don't want to pull any money out of savings to get 1 month ahead. And I'm going to also tell you where I went wrong when I first did this the first time around. Alrighty, so come January 2024, I would continue to budget paycheck to paycheck. So meaning that this paycheck A can cover any bills that come in from the 12th through the 25th. And then paycheck B, you're going to adjust so that any expenses that come in from the 26th through February 8th is covered by this paycheck. So you're not going to think about the month as in this income is going to only be for January and then February income is only going to be for February. No, you have to adjust it so that you're following your paycheck cycle. So your January budget is going to start from the 12th and then end on February 8th because those are your two paychecks. Okay, so you're going to do that and continue. February's budget is going to be from February 9th to the 22nd, which is paycheck A. And then February 23rd to March 7th, which is paycheck B. And any bills that fall in that time period are going to be split and made sure that they can be paid with both of these checks. So I hope that makes sense. Let's keep going. So you're going to keep doing this paycheck method until you get to May. And this is when you want to start adjusting your mindset so that you're not thinking of budgeting from paycheck to paycheck, but you're thinking about budgeting the month as a whole. So you're not thinking about budgeting from May 3rd to the 16th is paycheck A, and then May 17th to the 30th is paycheck B. No, you want to start thinking about your budget as May 1st through the 31st. And I'll tell you why. Because if you continue to budget paycheck to paycheck, when you get down to your second magic month, you're not going to have enough money to get 1 month ahead, because you need this check from November 15th in order to start paying December. So that'll make sense in a moment. So once you get down to your first magic month in May, what would typically happen is you would split your bills from May 3rd. From the 16th would be paycheck A, and then May 17th through the 30th will be paycheck B. What I would do in your case so that I can be successful in getting 1 month ahead is I would actually set up my budget from paycheck A is going to be May 3rd through the 16th, and then paycheck B is going to be from the 17th through the 31st instead of the 30th. So you're going to stretch paycheck B to include whatever bills or spending that you are going to make on the 31st. And once you get your check on the 31st, do not spend anything from it, because what you're going to start to do is you're going to start to get 1 month ahead by shifting your mindset now, so that when you get to your second magic month, you are in that 1 month ahead mindset. And I'll show you why. So let's keep going. So the check that you get on May 31st is your first magic month check. What you're going to do with this one is pay all of your bills from the 1st to the 15th. Okay. So your paycheck A now, you're going to look at the month. This is paycheck A and this is paycheck B. So the check that you get from May 31st is going to pay the 1st through the 15th bills. And then the paycheck that you're going to get on June 14th, you're going to use it to pay any bills and spending from June 16th through the 30th. So you're still splitting bills because you're not completely 1 month ahead. So you still need to do that. You still will want to do that so that things aren't stressful for you as you're trying to get 1 month ahead, and you don't have to dip into savings. Okay? So I have to correct this line because it's getting on my nerves. Okay, so now when June 28th check comes in, you're going to use it to pay bills from July 1st through July 15th. That is going to be your paycheck A. Using the check from July 12th, your paycheck B is going to be any bills that fall from the 16th through the 31st. And then the check from July 26th, it just continues. Paycheck A is going to be August 1st through August 15th. And then this check right here from August 9th is going to cover anything from the 16th through the 31st. And so on and so forth until you get to November. And this is the crucial part, because as you can see, if you're still budgeting paycheck to paycheck, September 20th check would typically cover the 20th of September to October 3rd. And then October 4th paycheck, if you were budgeting paycheck to paycheck still, would cover the 4th through the 17th. And then if you look here, this paycheck is supposed to start covering November, but you're still in October. So that's where the pitfall that I discovered when I first went through this is that if you continue to budget only paycheck to paycheck up until your second month and you don't make this budgeting shift, once you get to your magic month, when you're supposed to be taking November 15th and the 29th to cover all of December, if you take this money and you save it, once you get to November 15th, you don't have any money, because if you're still budgeting paycheck to paycheck, then this paycheck from October 18th will cover October 18th through the 31st instead of anything in November. So you just fell behind in budgeting. So you're no longer half a month ahead anymore, because now you have to take this check from November 1st and use it from November 1st to the 14th. And then you need this check from November 15th to cover November 15th through the 28th bills. And then you would take this check and then you would start to use it in December. So that's why you have to shift your budget from budgeting paycheck to paycheck to budgeting the first half of the month, which would be the first of the month through the 15th, to the second half of the month, which would be the 16th through the 30th or 31st. So if you don't make that shift, then you will need to either rough it for 2 weeks and figure it out so that you can take these 2 paychecks in November and cover all of December. Or you're going to have to dip into savings to cover the last half of November so you can take the last 2 paychecks of November and cover December. But I'm assuming that those who are watching this video don't want to dip into savings, or they don't have savings to dip into, which is why they're trying to get 1 month ahead without saving. So again, the key is once you get to your first magic month, you want to start stretching your paychecks so that you are budgeting from the 1st to the 15th of the month for paycheck A. And then with your second paycheck of the month, you want to budget anything that falls between the 16th and the last day of the month so that it's an equal split. And that goes for if you're splitting bills as well. You just split up your bills so that those 2 paychecks cover whatever amount it needs to cover. And it will shift because your paydays are going to be different, and I'll go into more of that in my next video for my January 2024 budget. So let's go over what this would look like for anyone that is paid, anyone whose first paycheck is on January 5th instead of January 12th. So you're going to continue to budget paycheck to paycheck. So January 5th paycheck is going to cover the 5th through the 18th, and then January 19th is going to cover the 19th through February 1st, and then so on and so forth. And then you are actually going to get 1 month ahead in August instead of November, because your first magic month is in March. So this is what will happen. You're going to budget paycheck to paycheck until you get to March. So your March 1st paycheck is going to cover anything from March 1st through March 14th. And then you're going to make your paycheck from March 15th stretch until the last day of the month. So your paycheck B, or your second paycheck of the month, is going to cover March 15th through March 31st instead of March 28th. So you got to make your paycheck last 3 more days so that you can take your paycheck from March 29th and then have it cover any bills from April 1st through April 15th. And then you take this check from April 12th and then you use it to cover any bills from April 16th through April 30th. And then so on and so forth until you get down to August. At which point these 2 July 19th and August 12th checks should fully cover August, because you're budgeting the entire month instead of paycheck to paycheck. So what I mean by that is the check from July 19th is going to cover August 1st through August 15th. And then the August 2nd paycheck is going to cover any bills that come in from the 16th through the 31st so that you can take the checks that come in on the 16th and the 30th of August, and you can use those to pay September's bill in full. So that way in the future, you won't have to split bills. You won't have to budget paycheck to paycheck or even live paycheck to paycheck, because at this point you'll be 1 month ahead. So I hope that made sense. I hope that helped. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you the things that I would look out for and the things that I would do in order to be successful in trying to get 1 month ahead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this updated video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.